Great people, welcome back to Global Happenings. Today we're so excited to have you again. Everything in PDP seems not to be working as expected, as Wike is in the center of the discourse and also in the center of the Wahaha. But right now, a particular stakeholder, PDP Chieftain, has spoken about the possibility of Wike being brought in. For him, he said there is no way Wike can't be the vice president of Nigeria. And also, in a related development, the APC has decided to take advantage of the current trend of events in PDP to meet Governor Wike of Rivers State in a private discussion. This is really serious because just imagine Governor Wike cross-carpeting to APC, therefore means that the stronghold of PDP is totally gone. We're going to be looking at those two news in a jiffy, but before we continue, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do well, hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, the chieftain of the People Democratic Party, PDP in Delta State, Mr. TV Denedo, has said that the governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State was raised by Providence to keep the People Democratic Party PDP together, saying that he could not be the vice presidential candidate to any but one. Speaking with newsmen at Overi Ogo after the leadership of the party in Ughelli North local government area, Delta State paid him a post-primary election visit. Denodo, who had aspired for Ughelli/Udu Federal Constituency seat in the House of Representatives, expressed satisfaction with the choice of Governor Ifeanyi Okowa as the vice presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party for the 2023 general elections. He said Okowa emerged based on the wisdom of the man who had the ticket. The man who had the ticket had a say on who should be his running mate because he is going to be his closest person in the presidency. According to him, Wike is a man after my heart in so many ways. He cannot be vice presidential candidate to anybody. He cannot be subordinated to anybody. And I would suggest that as a member of People Democratic Party, he should forget about leaving the party. He has not been happy with people who have been leaving the party, so he should be happy that God has given him that opportunity to be the person who will hold PDP together in a period when most of them who were supposed to stay back in PDP were jumping from one party to another. According to him, he said he deserves to be respected, to be courted, he deserves to be conciliated, and I believe he has had every right to be angry, but anger should have a limit. He should temper justice with mercy and build a party so that the party can win the presidential election. He thanked the pastor Kesiena Nowaja, lead executive of the party in Ughelli North, for deeming it fit to embark on the visit, saying, I am quite glad to be part of the PDP family in Ughelli North because the potentials that Ughelli North has as a community are innumerable. The sky is our limit. And in a related development, the Lagos State Governor Samuel Olu, his counterpart in Ondo Rotimi Akeredolu, Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State, and other chieftains of the All Progressive Congress on Friday led a delegation to visit Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike. There are speculations that the mission is to woo Wike and other aggrieved PDP members to align with the ruling government ahead of the 2023 general elections. Following the division that rocked the PDP after Atiku emergence, there had been reports that Tinubu and Wike met in France. Recall Tinubu spokesperson Tunde Rahman describing the report as fake news at the time. Meanwhile, Wike was said to have shown the emissary of the People Democratic Party candidate Atiku Abubakar in Turkey few days ago. Now, this is the whole issue here is totally against the success of PDP in the forthcoming elections, which will be happening next year. I think that at this point, every available avenue should be used, every available strategy should be adopted to see how Wike can be lured back into the party. Because as much as Nigerians know, and every other person know, PDP, especially in the southern part of the country, was revolving around, Wike. And just imagine, it's not just revolving around him for no good reason, but for the fact that he is very benevolent. Apart from being very benevolent, he is also very involved in party business. And topmost on the list is the fact that he is also sitting on top of a reasonable number of people. In other words, he is the governor of a densely populated state. And, most of the best figures comes from, the northern part of the country, Kano, Kaduna, and Katsina. And then we have in the southern part, we have Lagos and also River State. These guys have reasonable number of people who are, in this particular, who are in these zones or in these states. So right now, for APC to, think of meeting with Governor Wike, is a very strategic move, and not just strategic, is a move that may increase the sorrow of, PDP. If PDP allows him to fall into the grip or accept to join APC, then they should get ready for the worst, because I can assure you that other party or other state PDP state governors may likely join him. Don't forget that Makinde is a close friend. Igbazu also is a close friend. We don't know much about Udom, but these two people are very close to Wike. Last time they spent reasonable time outside on the shores of Nigeria enjoying themselves, came back almost the same day. So looking at the situation here, Atiku shouldn't be too staying with the situation as much as he can to relate to the governor of Rivers State. He should do it, because already he knows that the southern part of the country would be the one that will give him very reasonable votes, considering the fact that in the northern part of the country it's already hugely divided. We have the NNPP, Rabi Musa Kwangwaso, and also the promise that they made to the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which this guy is guarding it so well. Talking about the governor of Kano State, Ganduje, is guarding it so much to ensure that at the end of the day, he delivers it. We saw how many of them had to turn behind, to support Tinubu. So if they can get, APC can get a hold of the southern part of the country via, Wike, automatically the hope of PDP even thinking of a second position may be very slim. Don't forget that Peter Obi is also one strong contender that we cannot downplay. We have seen his enormous contribution, in the growth of the southern PDP. So he shouldn't be someone that anybody should think of playing down on. But the situation is very dicey, because Atiku Abubakar will not want to be described as one who is very unstable in decision making, because most people will be talking from the perspective of him, making a decision and changing it just because of a little pressure here and there. But then there should be a close marking on Wike, because if there is no close marking on Wike and he decides to take sides or maybe decide to play some stunts, it will not be well with PDP. I'd like to leave it there. Go to our conversation. Let's interact. What's your viewpoint on the Bahaha going on in PDP, and especially as it has to do with Governor Wike of Rivers State? Let's interact.